Hey everyone, I'm back here to give you a little bit of a reveal for this squash and show you how to make puree. Give me just a second, I'll be right back. Gotta turn my music down a little. Anyhow, I just got the squash out of the oven, and usually I like to let it cool a little bit. Here, I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. This has a nice crispy golden softness. Looks like it's starting to get pretty crispy on the edges, but I guarantee everything else will be good inside. And the butter knife goes right in. So much easier than trying to slice things up when it's hard, especially winter squashes just get crazy hard and you can't slice them with a knife. Okay, so I'm going to set you over here. Hopefully everybody can kind of see, and I'll go ahead and cut into this squash. I definitely recommend waiting a little longer, but my squash is done and I'm ready to go, so you don't burn your fingers when you do it. You just take your squash and cut it open, however it works the easiest for your knife to get through. And pull it apart. It's a little warm. Try not to burn my fingers too much. Maybe. Pull it apart. I don't know if everybody can see, it's kind of just falling apart there. This squash I haven't ever done before. It looks like it has a little drier flesh than some of the kabochas that I've had before. But what you want to do now is, now that you have it opened up, if your squash is cool, or you can open it up to this point and then let it cool a little, is take and get all the seeds and the strings out of the squash. And I just use a metal spoon. That seems to work the best. So you'll take all your inside seeds and stuff out, and it comes out pretty easy because it's all cooked and ready to go. There's no scraping or craziness to get it apart. Try and pull this so we can see a little better. I don't know if you can see the inside, but it just clean all your seeds out. And my chickens love it when I bake squash. The chickens' squash day is great. Cooked seeds and the squash strings are quite tasty. Or at least my chickens think so. So once you have your seeds out, then you want to just take your spoon and pull the flesh away from the skin. And I just stick mine right into my food processor. Get it ready to go. I won't do this whole squash because you guys will be here all day. You'll be like, oh, tired of seeing this squash. And it'll just all come right off. Put it in your food processor. And it usually comes off the skin pretty easily. You don't have to scrape too much or worry about the skin coming with it. So we'll go with that for now. I'll kind of show you what it looks like. This one is definitely a little bit drier squash, the consistency is, than some of the other ones that you might get. So I'm going to actually add just a little bit of water just to keep it moist, and so you don't have it sticking to the side of your food processor too much. You don't want to add too much because you don't want a runny squash puree. So just add a little water in there, my food processor, stick it all together, and run the food processor a little bit. And you can hand mash or you can put it in a blender. I have a nice food processor, so I'll use it. I don't over process it. I just get the main chunks because if you don't want it crazy and runny for your squash. And I like mine a little whole and chunky. Kind of give you a view of what we look like in the container there. I'm probably making you all dizzy with my moving back and forth. Then I have these nice little ball plastic freezer cups. These are 1 cup serving size. So I just stick it in the cup. And there's a line at the top of the cup. I don't know if you can see. Right in here is the line. That's where you want to fill it to. That way it doesn't pop your lid off in the freezer. If you get it too full, it'll pop your lid off. So then that's all you have to do. You have your pumpkin, you put your lid on it, and pop it in the freezer for whatever you're going to use later on. I really like these little cups because they're 1 cup, so I don't have to get it out of something and remeasure it. I just know that this is 1 cup, and a lot of recipes are in the 1 cup area, so I'll either plan on making a recipe that uses 1 cup or plan a couple of recipes that use a 1/2 cup, just depending what your needs are. So hopefully that cleared up some of the scariness for squash making. It's not hard. There's definitely a variety of squashes that you can use for making pumpkin pie filling especially. They make a sugar baby pumpkin that's really good for pumpkin pies because you want a sweeter orange flesh. The huge pumpkins that you buy for carving, those are not going to be the best for eating because they're not designed to be palatable, I guess. So the smaller squashes and pumpkins, anything with the orange flesh, is usually really good for pumpkin pies. It doesn't have to be a pumpkin to be used for pumpkin pie. So probably another day I will come on here. I'll share my pumpkin pie recipe today, but I will show you how to make the pumpkin pie filling. And it's not very complicated at all. The recipe I have uses honey. So you have honey and eggs, no sugar in it. So it's pretty healthy. My boys love to eat it, just the pie all the time, and would love it if I made it year-round. So by processing this, then I can have some extra in the freezer when I don't have squash or pumpkin handy or it's the wrong season. So if anybody has any questions, let me know. Let's see. Any at the moment. Like I said, it's not rocket science. You just bake it till you can stick the knife in it and then pull it out. And depending on, you know, how you want your puree, if you like yours a little thinner or runnier, I guess, then you can add some water and make it smooth, whatever you need to do. I like a thick, nice puree, so we'll probably eat some squash tonight with just butter on it. We like it that way. The kids like some brown sugar on it. I think that's all I have for now. So hope everybody can go out and give this a try and let me know how it works out for you. Thanks.